why you should own at least one Bitcoin. Why you should make it your goal to own at least one Bitcoin. This is going to be a very important video. And please listen up, because I can't explain how important this is. Right? I know we're all in altcoins, Dogecoin, Shiba, and all these altcoins. That's awesome. I'm in them too. But a big reason why I'm in these altcoins is to make profit and have enough to buy one Bitcoin in the next coming bear market. At least one Bitcoin. You see what I'm saying? Now, why is that important? Okay, why is it important to have at least one Bitcoin in your portfolio? You might not have enough for that right now, but I'm telling you guys, if you have enough to get one Bitcoin from your crypto profits, this bull market that you lock in, you should wait until next bear market when Bitcoin goes back under 100K, maybe 60K, 50K. I don't know if that's going to be the bottom. My gut feeling, that'll be a video for the future where Bitcoin will bottom out next bear market. But maybe, my gut feeling right now is 44K, 48K, right? Who knows? But I will have a plan to have at least one Bitcoin to buy next bear market from my altcoin profits. Okay. But the reason why it's so important, guys, is because Bitcoin, as we know, is the #1 most decentralized coin. We don't know who Satoshi is. It has a limited supply. 21 million ever Bitcoin will always exist. And I really do believe when Michael Saylor said it's the gold rush for Bitcoin now until 2033, right? He said that because by 2033, 99% of Bitcoin, I don't know if this is exactly accurate, but sometime in the 2030s, 99% of Bitcoin is going to be mined. Something like that. But that is insane, right? Just imagine the price of Bitcoin in the 2030s. With ETFs, ETFs just started, right? Everything is aligning for Bitcoin to be this global currency, this commodity, this safe haven that is decentralized, that is neutral, that is permissionless, that doesn't have a politics tied to it, that doesn't have a leader tied to it. It's a very important investment. When you look at this chart, for the most years, it's just been growing. I believe it's the #1 growing investment in this decade. Not this decade, this century, right? Fastest growing investment. So having one Bitcoin is the safest way towards being a millionaire. Here, let me say that again. Having at least one Bitcoin is the safest way, most conservative, safest way towards being a millionaire in the future. That's my opinion, not financial advice, just my opinion. The reason why is because eventually Bitcoin will be a million. I believe in the 2030s, next decade, sometime, could be later in the 2030s, Bitcoin is going to be at least a million. It's going to get to a point where it's 700K, which it's going to be the same as the gold market cap, right? If Bitcoin were to be the same as gold's market cap, it would be 700K today. So my prediction is that in the 2030s, it's going to pass gold's market cap. And it's going to be well over a million. Due to everything, right? It's the limit of Bitcoin that there is in the world, ETFs buying it, permissionless, being able to send it wherever. And what's amazing about Bitcoin and crypto too is the fact that it's the first ever investment to which if someone was forcing you to take your investment, they couldn't take it from you. Right? If they killed you, they couldn't take it from you. Whereas back then, you know what I'm saying, empires went and took over other empires, and they took their real estate, their gold, all these things after killing them. or Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You can't do that because you have it right here. You have the seed phrase in your head, or you have it somewhere stored. So I think that's an innovation that no one talks about or hasn't talked about yet. I think Michael Saylor might be the only one who said that. But Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is the first ever form of investment to which no one can take it from you, even if they kill you. They can't force and take it from you. Of course, if they torture you or something like that, but it just shows you the power of Bitcoin. And what's amazing is that it's decentralized, permissionless. It doesn't have a leader behind it, like many altcoins do. And that's fine. But this is why no altcoin will ever be like Bitcoin. So my plan going into this bull market is to be smart, take the profits, and have at least a certain amount saved up for the next coming bear market. Whether it's in 2026, 2027, I believe Bitcoin is going to go back to at least 50K. And that's how much I'm gonna save, because I want to have at least one Bitcoin. And like I said, it's the safest way towards becoming a millionaire, because it's gonna eventually keep going up to be a million. When I look at Bitcoin, I look at it as a better investment versus investing in the S&P 500 in the Roth, right? If you can invest in Bitcoin in a Roth, that's even better, because in the future you won't have to pay taxes on it. Hopefully in the future you won't have to pay taxes on Bitcoin. Eventually, I can see that happening, especially with Trump, because Bitcoin as a currency. But it's much better. It's outperforming everything long term. And it's much better than the S&P 500 in my opinion. Right? Especially for the fact that you actually own it. If you can get a Bitcoin only wallet, right? That is amazing, because you actually own your wealth. It's in your hands. No one can freeze it from you. No one can take it from you. There's no capital controls. You can travel from one country to the other, bring it with you. And we are in that Bitcoin gold rush. ETFs are buying it. And once people really understand what Bitcoin is, which I think once Bitcoin goes well beyond 100K, I really do believe ordinary people are going to be like, maybe what is this Bitcoin? You know what I'm saying? Why are the biggest people buying it? Maybe it really is something, this next evolution of money, right? And they'll look into it and see, wow, I really do have, I believe once we start to see bank freezes and capital controls, people will look more into Bitcoin. I think that will force people more into Bitcoin. Ordinary people, at least. So that's just my opinion, guys. Not financial advice. This is just my opinion, and my goal is towards having at least one Bitcoin. Hope you guys are open-minded enough to at least think about it. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to see your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below regarding having at least one Bitcoin. Again, I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, but I can understand why there are Bitcoin maxis out there. So, love you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.